Hello, hello. Good afternoon. Time for our first losers round one match, I believe. Interslice and JaggerG. I'm joined by PCR and Top. Top will be tracking for us today. I don't believe the two of them have any agreements. I didn't see that being discussed anywhere. Let me just double check.
I believe it was just standard settings for this one.
Yeah, it looks like standard. Don't see anything in the notes. That's pretty much to be expected. That's what people are used to, and it's top 8, so at this point, just play with what people are used to and try to have some competitive matches with even playing fields.
Should be an interesting match. Although I haven't really seen Interslice play.
I've watched Interslice play in a few of the races. They're pretty good. Know what they're doing. I think it'll be pretty close. Especially because JaggerG's had some really awful luck recently with like the like logic chains and stuff. And like the unfortunate mishap in the race with you half a week ago with forgetting Dark Visor and Forgotten Bridge.
Yeah, I watched that race back. That was really funny.
That was tough. That was tough. It happens, though. It happens. Wonder who we are waiting for. Oh, there we go. Okay. The race time countdown just started, so it should be available on stream shortly. I see. I think Diggle just had to pop out of the, what do you even call that? Like, placeholder spot, so the race doesn't start until someone leaves. Gatekeeper. That's the word.
Wow, Diggle gatekeeping. Okay. Oh, it looks like.
Oh, here we go. Alrighty. So, just like pretty much all the tournament races, even with the agreements starting in the energy controller.
I'm gonna guess Violet start right here. There has to be one of the two locations.
Yeah, and it's an energy tank, so no early hint.
Darn. This isn't too bad. It's just annoying having to come back. But since the starting location's right here, they're going to save warp anyway.
Yeah.
Most likely.
Most of the time, you end up doing it after the GFMC loop, in case you want to like keep the item you get under the save station. If you don't have Emerald Translator. Sometimes you can route it in after Aegon too, or something. It happens. Yeah, E-Tank isn't the most helpful, like, potential, like, non-logical item you can get here. Like, Missile is nice. Power Bomb expansion is even nicer. Because it speeds up this fight, because it's really slow with just Charge Beam. Yeah, like DCR said, Violet Translator has to be one of the first two items, because Randomizer only places items that unlock new locations on their own. It can't place, like, groups of items.
Okay,
Like, theoretically, Oh,
I
you
bumped
go
up my
ahead.
volume a little bit. Hopefully it's a little better. It's totally a little quiet on my end.
Oh, okay. But yeah, theoretically, you could have a seed where you get Emerald Translator from one of the first 2 item spots, and then you get bombs in the other, and then your Violet progression would be like under the save. But that's not possible because bombs or Emerald alone don't unlock any new locations. So Randomania won't place either one of them. Violet's the only item that will unlock a location, so that's why it's guaranteed to be one of the first 2 items.
Yeah, it's definitely the play. Just leave because no reason to check the hint right now.
Yeah, checking the hint right now is kind of slow. Oh, that's interesting. That's a cheeseburger up there. Powerbomb expansion. Wonder if that will be went back for potentially. If it's easy.
So now, if you see an item appear, do you spend the time giving the equipment to get it early, or do you just come back later?
The item up there in Temple Assembly Site, I pretty much
Yeah.
almost always grab it, just because I like the trick. that's all. I like the trick, it's fun. I'm out here trying to have some fun. But that looked like a red key, and that is not very helpful right now. Like, if it's like a beam, I'll get it. Even if it's a missile expansion, I'll get it, because that means I can check Storage Cavern B without having to backtrack in case the item in the elevator room is missile launcher. Because whenever I play and I go into Aegon, my thought process is always, I don't want to go to Aegon without checking everything that could be bombs. Because I don't want to miss bombs on my first trip in Aegon.
So we got a beam related in a cursed lake. Let's see if that comes into play at all.
Yep. And JaggerG's gonna grab more ball bombs. And missile systems in Aegon.
That could be supers.
This is my personal favorite logical progression path, is bombs in the elevator, and then logical missiles in Aegon, or something, because it just means you get bombs and you go and do your Aegon dip immediately.
This worries me because of my seed with vanilla launcher with early bombs. Like, actually, yeah, I think so.
This one said missile system in Aegon, though, so.
Okay. Unless it's point of Seekers, which could happen.
First 2 items were Violet and E-Tank. But yeah, neither of them went back for the power-on expansion. At that point, it would probably be too slow. JaggerG trying to do an extended dash across this bridge. That's interesting. I've never seen that there.
Yeah, at least in my experience, not having main PBs early on, like Dynamo Chamber generally isn't anything like major.
Ooh.
I mean, until it is, of course. Ooh, Dark Beam. That's nice.
Yeah, Dynamo Chamber very rarely has progression for me. It's always almost an SDK or just some ammunition.
Dark Beam is definitely nice because you get Mineshaft access, which usually is not right away, but it's nice to check to get out of the way if you can.
Yeah, it's also nice having before going into like the Jump Guardian loop, because then you can check in Cache 4 as well without having to worry about coming back for that later.
Yeah, in Cache 4 is one of the more annoying checks to come back for, but not as bad as Junction Site.
Yeah. The thing with Junction Site 2 is at least you can look at it. Oh, it's Seekers.
Okay.
Okay. Interesting.
Vanilla launcher incoming.
now you can check storage or mining station B as well. JaggerG looked up the thing in mining station A was an energy tank. By the way, I was about to say, but we were in the middle of something else.
Yeah, having Seekers with Dark Beam this early is very nice.
Yeah, that's why I think JaggerG is doing Dark Aegon first, because bombs, Dark Beam, you can clear the Jump Guardian path and all that stuff fully, like being able to at least look at all the items.
And it skips having to do the pirate fight here without any items, although Dark Beam is definitely nice here.
Yeah, skipping having to do the fight is nice. The only thing is that if you ever come back to this room from the Dark World after doing the Bomb Guardian fight, then you will have to do the pirate fight to be able to access the room with the cannons. Portal access A, because that door will lock. But you can always lead out the left instead, if you want to. Yeah, the divergence is interesting, but for the most part, it's going to be the same.
You have the standard peak crossroads check, even though you can't get it right now. Just to
Yeah.
know. It looks
Just
like
to know.
missile this time. Okay, that's good.
Yeah, it looked like a regular missile, but I could be wrong. Yeah, Jagger's going to scan it, so all of the missiles after show up as... Oh, no, that's... Super missile. I was going to say, it looked like a regular missile, but that's something you should scan.
Alright, that's interesting. Which means... Curse Lake is whittled down. If it's important, it can only be Annihilator of importance at this point.
Yeah, it can't be Light Beam, logically, because you need to move the block to access the portal. That's interesting.
I would love to have a seed with Light Beam in a Curse Lake or Planet Dark Worship.
Oh, I've had that, yeah.
You have? Oh, that's nice.
Yes, I had Light Beam in Planet Dark Worship once. It was funny.
I haven't really had many out of bounds requirements yet in seats I've played. I guess I don't play much, so.
It's almost always Light Beam too. That's lost behind out of bounds.
Actually, what am I talking about? Yeah, Torvis, Upper Torvis Light Beam locked back.
Yeah, Upper Torvis Light Beam is like the big one. I've had Grove, I've had Vista, I've had Torvis Plaza in that one seat that you made me play.
I need to add more of them with like the.
What is Interslice going for? Oh, another E-Tank. Yeah.
I don't blame that. That's a good play.
I don't blame it, yeah. It's, like, E-Tank count with Varia, I'm usually pretty comfortable with 2 or 3, personally. In, like, later game areas,
Once you find Dark Suit, it's like...
Yeah, once you find Dark Suit, it doesn't really matter at all. That is a Power Bomb expansion, I think.
Not gonna bother going for it because getting it in this room with the current items is a little more complicated than necessary for it. So.
Yeah. Is it even possible without out of bounds? No space jump with bombs.
So, oh yeah.
No boost.
I think you might need boost to raise the blade, but once it's raised, you can do it like a four bomb jump. It's fancy bomb jumps that you'd like never use.
Fancy bomb jumps.
Alright, what does Broom Closet have today?
Just a missile. Grabbing it early on is not a bad play. I had a seed earlier where I was like, skipping missiles because, trying to practice for the tournament and stuff, and I ended up finishing with 20.
20? Nice.
20, and it was not good. Yeah, it was a bombs go mode seed, which is pretty funny.
Ooh.
Tournament settings, very fun. But yeah, you want to make sure you have missiles. For final bosses, I like having at least 35 for DS4 skip and stuff. It's nice.
No, I mean from here. I mean from getting to the.
Wait, why is Jagger using Dark Beam on Jump Guardian?
I
don't think this is better than.
No, Dark Beam is. I feel like it'd be half.
Yeah, Dark Beam is halved on Jump Guardian. I have to.
That's give me like half health. Yeah.
Yeah. maybe Jagger just wanted to try it. I respect that.
Oh yeah, I must have mixed up the requirements then for that. It's been a while since I've had to do that. And it's not really useful in most situations.
Interslice doing the full jumps to skip the Morphball tunnel at the end there too.
Yeah, I'm talking about getting to the item itself.
I missed it. Jagger got a power expansion from Bomb Guardian, right? That was where that came from. It had to be from Bomb Guardian, or maybe it was from the energy controller or something.
I actually wasn't paying attention there. I think the energy controller was a missile. Also, nice Inghive key.
Yeah, Inghive key, hell yeah. It's pretty barren for the start now. I wonder if the progression is Temple Grounds.
I mean, this could be required depending on where Space Jump is.
Yeah, but likely Space Jump or Light Beam is the next progression item that they're looking for. Everything else just only unlocks like 1 or 2 things.
I'd love to see Space Jump on quad. That'd be funny.
It would be pretty good, yeah. I haven't really seen too many interesting space jump locations in this seed, or this tournament so far. Like, there was the race between Loki and I, where space jump was in mining station B, and then I think there was a race right after where an item was in mining station B that was blocking space jump somewhere else. It was like twice in a row. But other than that, I haven't seen any other funny space jump spots off the top of my head. Maybe there have been, I just forget because there's been so many races. Yeah, no space jump and no bomb seeds. So, yeah, there it is. Haha.
Rip the quad dream.
Rip. We can have quad light beam though.
Oh no. Oh, okay, Jagger. Doing that trick again. I hate that trick.
Oh, the half pipe climb thing. I hate that.
It's bad. It's one of those tricks. It's not advanced, but it's like borderline expert.
Yeah, there's definitely like an upper echelon. Advanced is the tier that has like the most tricks, right? It's definitely like it's got like easy tricks, and then it's got some like kind of annoying ones. That's up there for sure. Is Jagger gonna do the command center loop first? I wonder.
Probably not. It's like
no.
retracing Interslice's steps.
Yeah, Jagger probably is going to do this loop first because it's faster and gets him like more stuff in Temple Grounds, and there's a chance that like Labs doesn't have the progression. But from Interslice's mind, since they've already done it, when they get Space Jump, they'll probably go back to Labs.
Yeah, so
although maybe not.
Baumgartner had the PB, yes. I guess they'll go from Labs to Labs from here, unless Jagger is crazy enough to go to Torvis now.
I think
I don't think so.
I think a good play is after Space Jump, you save in save station A or whatever, right? And then you leave Aegon from the front, do the hive chambers, then do the like Temple Grounds loop or whatever. And then you can check the hint, and then if you found nothing important in Temple Grounds, you can just reload your save to go back to Aegon. That's always an option. Because none of the items in Temple Grounds like block anything else, right? So. Oh, Jagger got the funny cutscene thing that looks even worse with helmet opacity.
And if they wanted to, they could easily go to add a logic check, Great Wind Chamber and Wind Chamber Gateway. Just to,
yeah, that too.
You never know. That it's not like too far away from GFMC, and sometimes it could be really huge.
If you can dash, or extended dash, like consistently and confidently, then it's definitely worth going for like every time.
Like I think it was last tournament I had a seed where I out of logic checked that like gateway, and it was like something really important. It was maybe an emerald or something that gave me, or not emerald. It was some important item. And
I've had it be screw attack a few times. Oh, that reminds me. I had a seed recently that put screw attack in Grand Wind Chamber, so I got to do the dash again, which is fun.
Nice.
I actually practiced that after, so if it happens again, I'll be prepared.
Also, I feel like more often than not, Wind Chamber Gateway access is coming from Grand Wind Chamber itself, not from Path of Eyes, just because less requirements from that side.
Yeah,
well,
you only need is it? Okay, so well, Space Jump you get like regardless, pretty much most of the time.
These settings will need Space Jump anyway.
Yeah, and then no, you can do MSJ Path of Eyes access. It's possible.
Yeah,
it's just Space Jump is placed so often so that it like pretty much is a non-issue. And then Screw Attack and Main Power Bombs are probably more likely than Light Beam and Supers. Oh no, you also need.
Well, in these settings, you would need either Space Jump or
Amber, right?
Well, no, what you'd need.
Well, because to access Path of Eyes, you'd have to come from Great Temple, which needs Amber, or you would need Space Jump from the landing site block. I think. Oh no, you can. There's a bomb jump for that. I think it's in logic.
In these settings, you need Light Beam to move the block first.
Which is fine because it's for the Path of Eyes block as well. I actually don't know what needs less items.
Well, I guess you need grapple from either way, unless you have Screw Attack.
Oh yeah, if you have screw attack coming from Grand Wind Chamber, then you don't need grapple. That's a good
But
point.
I think regardless of the requirements, it's definitely a lot easier to access it from Grand Wind Chamber side because it's near more items.
I think from Jagger's position, just because you did Bomb Guardian. Wait, why is Jagger coming
Jagger's...
here? Oh, Jagger's going for super missiles.
Oh, super.
This is an interesting play. I respect this. I'd probably go for it too. Did Interslice look at it, by the way, and like recognize that it was supers? I wasn't. I didn't think to look at that, honestly.
I actually don't know.
I haven't seen this trick done in tournament since week 1, when I think Miguel faced. Oh, Jagger's doing this method too. Oh my god. I prefer jumping on the inglets to this, but hey, if you're good at it, why not?
I'm bad at this trick.
I'm bad at this BSJ, personally. Ooh. Does morphing there help? No, it doesn't, because you have the same hitbox, yeah. You need enough like forward momentum coming out of the BSJ to be able to land up there. It's pretty tight.
Jagger needs to be a little bit more forward on that.
Yeah, it was close regardless.
You want to be far enough forward so you can actually get the unmorph, but also not too far forward so you don't like not. I mean, it's a small like area to be in.
Yeah. This trick kind of sucks, not gonna lie. Miguel did it with no energy tanks and Varia, and I think it was for. I remember in the race with Op week 1, it was for boost. Wow. Well, now this is logical.
I was just thinking, like, depending on how long it takes Jagger to get this trick, Interslice might pull ahead from this, because having access to supers easily and can do like a lot more stuff in labs. Although supers is nice, because Jagger can go can check Battleground, I guess, from the side.
What's interesting now is that with Seekers and Supers and Boost, you actually have access to the front of Torvis without Amber. Logically now.
So
that's a play.
To answer a question in chat, yes. If you're doing this in the light world, you need screw attack because the platform is too far away.
Yeah, it looks like Jagger's giving up, but that's okay. Jagger can just come back after. It wasn't that big of a time loss.
Because it's barely possible with the platform extension. So unfortunately, that's going to set Jagger back a little bit, but it's not. It's still very early in the race, so it's not.
Yeah, Jagger's going to find boost ball, although I guess warping back to start because Jagger wanted to hint sooner.
Good hint.
Nice space jump hint. Okay.
Ooh, Sky Topiki.
You see, that hint, if Violet was first, would have come in handy because you would have known it was space jump, pretty much, right. Almost certainly. So it would have influenced your decision making more.
Beam related, that could also be Annihilator. I want to see a King Reliquary requirement this seed.
That is so rare.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of far away. Requires a bunch.
I've considered not reading the hint at this point, honestly.
I've done the same thing. It's pretty low likelihood of being required.
Yeah.
At least in these settings. Settings where you can skip light suit, more likely, but still also rare, I guess.
I already often don't read the Dark Oasis hint or the Battleground hint. Looks like Jagger's not doing the Hive Chambers first. See, oh wait, no, Jagger doesn't have boost. For some reason, I just thought Jagger boosted. It was Interslice.
Doing the Grand Wind Chamber play. I like this.
Yeah, this is a good play. You never really know. With either Screw Attack or Light Beam, this will be logical too. So, you know, from both sides, it's only... Actually, well, no, you need Grapple the other side.
I know that's an E-Tank up there. Would I want to go for that E-Tank?
Okay, that's a little ridiculous. I don't think I would do that.
Maybe not.
Maybe once.
3 E-Tanks is enough.
Ooh. Yeah.
Is that a Cobalt?
It looked like it. Oh, it's Emerald.
Okay.
Well, you called it. You were talking about Emerald here before.
Yeah.
That's funny.
So that's access into Underground Tunnel. And a hint.
Yeah, you've got everything except Light Beam to be able to access Torvis from that side. But you can also just access the rest of Torvis with supers. Something interesting is that they have what they need to check hints right now without wall crawling. Like, you could do it, you just wouldn't be able to get out. So, it's actually an option for Jagger, like, when you're checking the hive chambers, to just save at your ship, get Sky Temple key hints, and then reload, and then do hive chambers again after.
Is it gonna be Morbus? No.
Echo and Dynamo works. Okay. Well, that's somewhat helpful, I guess. Like, just for the fact that there are requirements, like you need Spider Ball. Do you need Spider Ball for that? No, you don't. You just need Spider to leave.
So that could be a +1 on Spider Guardian for Captain.
Yeah. Whenever I read like a major upgrade in like on a boss or like a late game area, I always think like, okay, so that means that like the items I need to get that item are not blocked by that item or whatever. So it like narrows down locations. It's good to think that way.
Is not in logic yet. Still need a few more items, or one, I guess. So, of course, you should break the logic.
Is Hollow Modern Dead not? Oh yeah, you need Light Beam or Amber. Okay.
Dark Torvis key.
Well, Light Beam, just period.
And now they have Emerald. They don't have to. There's no reason to save warp. I almost said Stealing Warp.
Stealing Warp. Your brain's already out of bounds.
I'm always out of bounds. So I'm curious what Interslice's play is going to be here. Either go Labs or get the one check in Torvis. I feel like I would go Labs. Just because there's more checks.
I would go to Torvis, just because you have Emerald. That's the only reason why.
Oh, actually.
For hints.
I just realized they have supers are in logic, so Torvis is way is more openness.
Yeah, Torvis access from Torvis Temple access, I guess. Like, you're potentially skipping out on Light Beam and Labs, right? But I mean, you can dip into Torvis, read the hints. If Light Beam isn't there, then you can just go back to Aegon. Like, it's not a big deal. And the potential of skipping Labs is like really good because that area is so slow. It's so slow.
I like the key spread on Interslice's tracker.
Oh, Jagger is trying to check Fortress Transport access. That's a trick you found. That's a missile expansion, I think.
I find in any instance where like you want to like a quick glance at an item like that, like also in Transit Tunnel East, if you don't have gravity boost, pausing actually makes it worse because the screen effects that happen. It gets a little dark.
Might be better to try to use the unpause lag instead, because Echoes has a lot of unpause lag.
Looks like Interslice is going to Labs. I don't blame that play. That's a good one. Not Labs.
I think Labs is
Torvis.
Maybe
Torvis is Labs.
Yeah, Torvis is probably the like. It's hard to say whether Torvis is like the riskier or safer play. Like, it has less checks, but it has more information. So, like, I don't know. It's also closer to the entrance of Aegon. So, like, I don't know. For me, this is what I would do. I would go to Torvis. Especially because, like, you have Dark Beam and Supers, so you can get the Underground Tunnel check and hint, and you can get the Path of Roots check and hint. Well, you can't logically get it yet without grapple or screw attack, but you know what I mean. And then you can do the fight, get that check, and then you can also do that energy controller check and hint. So you get 3 hints and like a bunch of checks along the way. And then if you get no information and you don't find Light Beam, that's fine. You have Emerald. You can just use the elevator to go back to Aegon immediately.
They also can go to Training Chamber because they have supers and they have seekers.
Oh yeah, true. Training Chamber is open, potentially, if they want to go that way.
You could get the Catacombs hint as well. All that's in logic.
Yep.
So yeah, Torvus is probably the better play because they don't have Amber yet, and Amber and Emerald are like I gave this like tier list before. I think Amber and Emerald are like the most important hints. Cobalt is I would say Cobalt's third, and then Violet's probably the least useful, just because a lot of the Violet translator like hints are in like really bad locations.
Yeah. Personally, I think that I don't know like what kind of bias this would be, but I know there it's definitely a bias, but like I think Emerald translator hints are almost always the best. Like they just tell you the most. I don't know if that's because of like where Taurus is situated in like mid game or whatever, but like I almost always find useful hints in Torvus, and Amber hints are almost always garbage. They either point to something I already have or something that I already knew about or something.
And we got Torvus key.
No light beam. Yeah, that looked like it said Torvus, Dark Torvus, and Great Temple, but I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, also the hint settings are also it's depending on the settings you have. Like if you're starting in somewhere else, things can change. Though I still think Violet hints are the worst by far because I mean some of them are good, but they're very out of the way. Like Path of Eyes.
I don't think this logic. Oh no, yeah, you need Screw Attack for Light Beam and Hall of Honor dead from taxes from landing site. Okay, that's right. Also, Boost Ball, hooray! Now Jagger knows that super missiles are available, so Jagger's probably going to rush straight for those, and then follow along Interslice's path. Scanning the cannon, okay. Dark ammo. That's always fun. I think Interslice just wants to... Oh, no missiles.
No, wait, where was the first Torvus key they found?
Jagger just found it. I think it was in Temple Grounds.
Did it say Great Temple or Temple Grounds then?
Oh, it said Great Temple then. Yeah, my bad. I think it was under the save. I wonder why. I think Interslice is just peeking this item real quick. You have to get kind of close for it to be visible with the Scanvisor outline.
Looks like
I can't make that out.
Yeah,
That's beam ammo.
No, beam ammo. Yep.
Yeah. Using the Scanvisor like outline is a good way to look at things. Beam ammo can like trick you into thinking it's like dark beam or something, but if you use the outline, it's very easy to tell that it's not dark beam. Dark beam's like thinner.
Yeah, beam ammo has 3 peaks on it.
Yeah, it's like a triangle kind of.
Whereas dark beam is just a single peak. No, Validator is a ball.
Validator is a spear.
Anything in here? I can't really tell yet.
Wow, Dark Beam sucks on that thing.
I'd have just used supers, probably.
Yeah, super breaks it. That pirate just jumped up in the air. Did you see that? Pirates are so goofy.
Shoutouts to Room Rando, where one of the pirates spawns, or this next phase spawns the skybox of the room.
That happened to someone in the Randomizer server in the regular game a couple weeks ago. I don't remember who it was. Maybe they were in the chat, actually.
If that happens, it's probably just super rare, but in Room Rando it happens all the time just because of the rotation of the room. Like,
yeah.
Oh, Screw Attack. Okay.
Wow, okay.
Hall of Honor Dead is now open from landing site, as well as Eating Grounds, and that hint.
Oh, I didn't think about this option for Jagger to peek into Warrior's Walk and then do Battleground for
Yeah, this is what I was saying before. This is I didn't even see what it was.
It looked like it was pointless.
Okay.
Like a beam ammo expansion or something. Power on 3 rooms away from Bitter Well. That's not in Cache 2.
No.
That's,
was it up to 3 or exactly 3?
Interslice doesn't need Amber to grab Sky Temple key hints. Spider Ball. Wow. Okay. I'd say this is pretty jet at this point. Although Light Beam can be in a lot of places. I wonder if Interslice is going to do lower Taurus or just go back to Aegon. Like, you can literally just save warp and go get your hints, and then like come back to Aegon. Like this save station's in a decent spot because you have access to labs from this save station, you have access to Torvus from this save station, and you also have access to lower Torvus, which leads into Sank. Which is logical right now, I'm pretty sure. Because you use Seekers to open the door, and then you use Screw Attack to reach the bomb slot, and Spider Ball and Power Bomb. Oh, no, they don't have main Power Bombs yet. But those are in Dark Aegon somewhere. Which is probably doomed entry, so if you read that hint, you're likely just going to assume that main Power Bombs are in Logic, and then like just go to Sank.
Wait, no, 3 rooms away from... Was it Bitterwell?
Yeah, Bitterwell. Maybe it said up to 3 rooms. I didn't see it personally.
Then that would be Dark Oasis.
Even after all this, they're doing the same thing. Wait. Yeah, Dark Oasis can't be... Well, okay, Dark Oasis... It can be main Power Bombs, but it's very unlikely.
They have Screw Attack. I don't know. If it was, unless it was up to. Or wait a minute. Feeding Pit, I think.
Yes. 1, 2. Oh yeah, Feeding Pit. Okay, that would be really awkward.
And if it was up to, then that would also include Incash 2, but I don't remember what the hint said.
Yeah, Feeding Pit is 3 rooms away from.
So either way, it's potentially Light Suit locked if it was exactly 3.
That's not bad information to know. If Light Suit is blocking main Power Bombs at that point, I would assume that Dark Visor is logical access into Sank. So maybe Dark Visor will pop up.
If Dark Oasis had main PVs, that would be something. Oh, actually, no, it can't. No, I can't. You need PVs to get in there.
Well, yeah, you need PBs to get in there, but maybe PBs are not required logically. I don't know if they found any. I don't know if they found anything that required main PBs.
I don't think so yet. What was in Mining Station A? I didn't get a good look at that.
It was an energy tank.
Okay.
And then like they found oh god, what was it? Emerald in right? They found Emerald in Wind Chamber Gateway, but that's accessible with Light Beam as well. So like
so likely it's Feeding Pit, but we'll get a confirmation with the Dark Oasis hint. If it is a Dark Oasis, then that's honestly kind of significant because then any Power Bomb check is not required to do.
Yep.
But I guess it depends on what Light Beam is because Emerald was in Gateway, so it would require coming from Path of Eyes.
Yeah, if Power Bombs were locking themselves, then Emerald cannot be blocking Light Beam. Which Emerald can't really block Light Beam anyway. Scratch that. Emerald can only block Light Beam in Underground Tunnel, I guess. Which we already know is a missile expansion. It's really interesting to see them doing basically the same stuff after Interslice has already gotten Screw Attack and Spider. Like, those are really useful tools in labs. Screw Attack more so because it lets you skip bio energy. But it looks like Interslice is going around instead.
Command Center is probably one of my least favorite checks in Aegon, just because or in the game, because it takes so long to get. Unless you don't activate it, but you need Dark Beam to do that.
Can you get out of Feeding Pit without Light Beam? Yep, you can just go backwards. As long as you have bombs to get around Bitterwell. Which aren't required,
which
but
you would need bombs to get to Feeding Pit on these if you don't have Light Beam in these settings. Because otherwise you're doing a wall boost, which is yeah.
Yeah.
We know how that is. Not good.
Not good.
Hard mode trick that I should not have found, but oh, Amber. That's
More
good
hints.
for hints.
See, this is interesting because if either of them made the labs play before Temple Grounds, they would have found Amber first. So like potentially depending on how good the hints are, like, you know, it might have been fine. Beam related in Dark Oasis, okay.
Alright, so it's feeding pit then.
Yeah, depending on how, like, if Amber is blocking Light Beam or something, like, Labs first would not have been a bad play, like, at all. It would have paid off. Like, Temple Grounds first gave them access to, like, Boost Ball and things like that. Which in turn led to Super Missiles and Screw Attack and Spider Ball, so...
Wait, does Jagger not have Screw Attack?
No, Jagger hasn't gone to Torvus yet. Jagger decided to do Battleground into Labs before Torvus.
Where was Screw Attack? I forgot already.
It was at Torvus Temple. And then Torvus Temple Access had Spider Ball. So that's where Interslice is probably in the lead. But, you know, that could always change when... Wait, what's Interslice even looking for? Just annihilate the Light Beam, basically? That's it?
Interslice has an advantage here, even without having main PBs, because of having Spider Ball, which Jagger does not have.
Yep. Spider Ball's gonna let Interslice check Event Area A as well. Like, easily, or whatever.
Though, I don't know if going to Sank early is smart.
Maybe not Sank, but just to leave. Just to leave at Labs, and to get the Event Area A check
PBs are
out of the way.
Then you need both suits before anything PB.
Oh wait, no, they don't have Light Beam.
Yeah.
Did Interslice check main reactor, by the way? I didn't see it.
I did not see that.
Because main reactor can have Light Beam.
And we'll find out from Jagger's side. The rest.
Yeah. They both pretty much did Labs in, like, reverse orders. If you have Screw Attack, I think it's better to do Labs forwards. Like, if you have Dark Beam, you can do the Command Center check by using Dark Beam to, like, go into Command Center through the door, and then you look at the item, you see if it's useful, and if it is, you go back, you enter the tunnel from the front, and then go backwards, and then exit out the entrance, so you don't lock the door. And then you go around to Bioenergy, use Screw Attack to climb the room. Skip Vent Area B, and then reach Main Reactor that way. I think that's better than going around the left. Because you have to, like, reload the left and stuff to use Dark Beam on the crystals and all that stuff. I don't think it's better. Okay, Jagger's gonna look. That's beam ammo? It's not Light Beam, that's for sure. Oh, wow.
Wow.
That sucks.
Nice. So...
Interslice made a good play, gambling on that after the save. That kind of sucks. Oh, it looks like Jagger's gonna grab it too. Okay, nice. Almost at the same time, except Interslice has those extra items, like you said.
So I guess, yeah, now we'll go straight to Torvus.
That's an Aegon key, yep.
Or Morbus. No, probably Torvus. Because Sank is an option, but it's not logical yet, because main PVs are way out of logic for now.
Yeah, Interslice is probably going to check Battleground and Warrior's Walk, because Interslice didn't do that while Jagger did. So you can also chain that into Torvus. I wonder if they'll finally go get their Sky Temple key hints, because those have been available for like 20 minutes almost.
Could also gamble on a Morbus.
Main PBs weren't found. They both got a power arm expansion off, like Bomb Guardian or something, the first time. But yeah, main PBs are feeding pit, which hasn't been available to access yet. Maybe they just aren't comfortable getting hints with 4 energy tanks, but I really doubt that, honestly. Both of these guys are, like, pretty advanced players, and, like, we're in the top 8 at this point, and hints with, like, 2 or 3 energy tanks and no suit is, like, probably a common strat that everyone knows. Like, Jagger just did the doomed entry dash. Like, come on. And yeah, since Jagger's already done Battleground and Feeding Pit, Jagger's gonna exit out main reactor, probably check vent area A. Although, oh wait, no, Jagger doesn't have Screw Attack or Spider Ball. I don't know if I necessarily agree with what Jagger's doing right now. I think I would just use the portal Interslice is going to anyway, because you've already cleared labs. Light Beam doesn't give you anything, and you can't exit from main reactor. You have to go back to Central Mining Station, which is, like, really slow.
Now, is Interslice going to check hints before going to Torvis? Assuming the Torvis is the play they want. I would, because Emerald and Light Beam.
There's a save right there, so you can do it. Well, I guess Interslice wants Amber hints too.
That's a good play. Hints are good, except when they're like that.
Lol. I don't know, I feel like you can get your Sky Temple key hints and then read Amber hints after, like, reloading from the save station, right? Because, like, you might not need these hints. You might already have every item you need to finish the seed. You just don't know it yet. So, you know, you just don't make checks that you don't 100% need to.
Ooh.
Suit in vent area A. And they read that almost at exactly the same time.
So that means nothing yet, although...
Doesn't really mean anything, yeah.
Does put us one step closer to PVs being logical. Now, here's what I'm thinking. If they find a suit somewhere, like the other suit, sometime soon, I feel like if I were in their shoes and they find, like, say, the second suit right after the first, I wouldn't even bother going for Feeding Pit. Because you already have 3 PVs.
You don't need it. You already, Interslice already has 3, Jagger can find more, like... The only thing that maybe, yeah, it's good information because it lets you like determine whether or not Sank is worth it or whether you think you're gonna find Dark Visor or not.
Jagger is going right for that suit.
Jagger's got less E-tanks than Interslice, so I can understand that.
Now, is Jagger gonna do an analogic check into Sank briefly?
I would not do that personally.
Unless it yeah.
Like, you have so many items that... Oh wait, no, Jagger is still missing Spider Ball and Screw Attack.
Yeah, Jagger needs to head
which
back.
we know is the side Torvis tip. That's probably what Jagger's gonna do next. I think Jagger will, like, do the small Torvis loop or whatever, and then check hints after that. I think
it's hard to tell who's ahead right now, because Interslice has a slight advantage with having Spider and Screw Attack, but if Interslice and Jagger both end up going to Torvis, then it's going to even out real fast.
Yeah, it is, because Jagger will only have to do that first torture, potentially.
Oh, Jagger skipped the Mineshaft tank earlier, I see. That's the extra one.
Interslice is just really going hard on these hints, too. Both of them are.
Oh.
Oh. The Morpheus might be logically required to enter Sank then, if Light Suits and Sank.
Yeah, I think now is a good time to go get the Sky Temple hints. Now with Dark Suit in tow, especially. And you could also potentially get War Ritual Grounds if that's required.
If you're Interslice, you can also just, like, enter Torvis from the front after too.
Yeah,
that's an option.
That's a good point.
I mean, Jagger could do that. Jagger could do that too. There isn't anything stopping Jagger from it.
I assume Interslice is going to check Sand Canyon after this.
Oh yeah, Sand Canyon.
At least
that's
I would.
True. I mean, it's pretty short. Is Sand Canyon this way faster because you don't have to bonk and hit Terminal Fall? It might be. I've never thought about that. Yeah, just a missile. Yeah, we don't know if the Amorphous Dark Visor is required or not yet. We'll find out. If there's a Sky Temple key locked behind Dark Visor, obviously, or something less obvious, if Light Suits and Sanctuary, that means that Amorphous is logically required. Oh, there's the Spider Ball hint. Okay, I think, yeah, Jagger's gonna go immediately to Torvis now, and also find Screw Attack from the Torvis Temple fight, because it's like one room away from the Spider Ball. So that's gonna probably even out our players, like, quite a lot, honestly. Interslice is like, thanks, game. Well, Jagger's like, thanks. That's good.
Looks like Interslice might be checking hints, or
Yeah.
going to Torvis in the front.
Hints are definitely the play.
Yeah, I think I would prioritize hints over doing Torvis right now.
You have
because they have most items at this point. They know where Echo is. They know where Dark Visor is. Yeah.
It's just the Suit, Cobalt, Annihilator, and Gravity that are missing. Like, and you don't know if any of those are required.
The nice thing about getting hints now, especially, is they get to see War Ritual Grounds, which is a Dark Visor check. If that's nothing, then all they have to bank on is 9 checks for the keys, and if none of the keys are in caches, then Dark Visor can likely be skipped. They have PV expansion, so they have sync access out of logic, but if they find out Dark Visor's not required for any keys, then potentially Morbus can be skipped.
Yeah, at this point, with 3 Aegon keys, Morbus is basically in logic anyway, so you can consider Sanctuary logical right now, using Power Room expansions, because they have what it takes to get Dark Visor.
So you must 2 is dead. Yeah, I think I like Interslice's path. I mean, Jagger hasn't gotten Screw Attack yet, so it's fine. I don't know. Was the hint in? I wasn't paying attention to the
Spider Ball hint was Mining Plaza. It was like a proximity room hint with Underground Tunnel, I think.
Okay.
It's like 2 rooms away from Underground Tunnel or something, or like up to 2 or something. That's probably why Jagger checked Torvis Plaza, and yeah, there it is, or Torvis Grove. There it is. So Jagger will grab that, do the pirate fight, and then probably go get hints.
Yeah, it's pretty much how I operated during the last tournament. Is Dark Visor required? It is. Okay. Well, Morbus is going to fought this seed. That's the killer right there. Oh, one of the killers. One of the 10.
Just load delay it. It's easy.
On Nintendo, yeah.
I did do it. It just took forever, and it's not something anyone should ever do in a tournament. That's so risky.
Not sure why Jagger's overcomplicating this.
Yeah, that's interesting.
But time for hints on Interslice's side.
Get your notepads out.
I'm not. Too lazy.
Me too. Chat can do it
chamber
for you.
storage.
Okay.
It's free for now. Phase on grounds.
That's also free.
Portal chamber is free.
Free.
Yes, you can grab that item from out of bounds before the room loads, so you drop to the floor. Under temple.
Okay.
Then a worksite.
Which Jagger literally just picked up right now.
Right,
the timing on that was ridiculous.
Wow, so only 1 Dark Visor requirement. That's great.
This is actually, like, really good. If I was running this right now, I would... Interslice doesn't have a save in Aegon, right? If I had a save in Aegon, I would just... Wait, no, Interslice does. Yeah, just reload. You're in Aegon. Uh, all you would do is just go fight a Morbus, and then get the Dark Visor, go to Torvis, then you can get Portal Chamber, and just wall crawl to lower Torvis, get all that stuff, and then that's it. Like, you're done.
I would just go and bounce immediately after Portal Chamber.
You can do that too.
So yeah, there's no Sank hints, right? Am I crazy? I don't
I don't know. There's no Sank
So
hits, so
yeah,
Sank
this
not
seed
required at
is
all. Which is pretty likely at this point because they have like every item.
this seed could be wrapping up very shortly once they fight a Morbus. That's like go mode at that point.
This seed has potential to be a sub-hour seed, actually, depending on how you play it. You can beat this seed in under an hour, I think, which is crazy.
Has a nice advantage now, knowing where everything is. I guess the only thing that would be nice at this point would be gravity boost, but like it's not super.
Oh yeah, gravity boost is required if you don't want to fight Alpha Blog.
Because you could escape through Catacomb. Like, to skip gravity boost, you'd have to.
It's mostly the Alpha Blog thing. You could save warp out of you can save warp out of Dark Lower Torvis after Under Temple instead.
Yeah, they could fight Alpha Blog, which and then do like that, and then just get out of Torvis. It's not. This could be quick, very, very, very quick ending, depending on nothing, I guess.
Yeah, even with the Morbus, you can probably finish this in about 15 minutes.
Sankless Seed. That's good. That's something else.
Sankless Seed. Really sucks about the Alpha Blog, though. Without gravity boost, obviously.
Right.
What's also funny is that even if you don't have to fight Powerbomb Guardian for the Under Temple key, like if it was on the screw attack wall, you still have to fight Powerbomb Guardian because you don't have gravity to leave. Potentially. Always the early pause on the Amorphous cutscene. Always. So honestly, I can never stop doing that.
In this situation, best case scenario is the keys on PB Guardian because you have to fight it anyway.
Yeah, you have to fight it anyway, so you save time by not using the gravity wall. Finding gravity at this point is pretty unlikely, because I guess it could be Hydro... Or,
yeah, unless it's Hydro Dynamo Station, then it's like, well, never mind. But...
It's probably Training Chamber and a Sankless Seed. Try to add some Morbus.
Wait, so this means that if they don't find gravity, then main PBs are required to get out of Under Temple.
Yes.
I wouldn't be surprised if gravity's on the path for some reason.
It could also just be like in Torvis locked behind light beam doors, right?
These are... And they still don't, like... The other suit is still unknown.
Yeah, we don't know where the suit is, and we're probably not gonna know. My guess is it's in Sanctuary, though. With a Morbus required anyway, right? Like, Dark Visor is probably logical access into Sank.
Most likely, yes.
You can't skip Alpha Blog without Gravity Boost. Like, you can use Spider Ball to go to Under Temple, but you need to... Oh, well, the problem, Chris, is that not only is there a key in Under Temple, but there's also a key in... Oh, do you know? Yeah, maybe you just don't know that it's closed off during the Alpha Block fight. You can't just use Spider Ball. There's like a big gate in the way.
Fun fact, which actually applies to a lot of rooms, like getting Dark Beam without Dark Beam, or getting an item without in Storage D without Dark Beam. If you grab an item, I forget how exactly. Oh, if you shoot the door first, at least in that case, and then grab the item from the wrong room, you can exit the room with the door open, and it won't reload like main reactor in that case. Um, Same thing applies, but not with shooting the door, with the gravity with the hydro chamber storage item. If you wall crawl to hydro storage item and then ceiling warp inbounds with the map in the other room, you can grab the item and then walk out the room, and it won't reload main hydro chamber, and you can skip the blog fight that way.
Oh, really? That's
Yeah.
okay. I knew that's how that worked, like with the storage D thing. Like I knew it was always faster to transition to storage D before picking up the item, so that the reload happens like on disk during the cutscene skip. But I never thought about it that way actually.
Yeah, so if you were to
Main hydro chamber.
now, if you were to instead, once you ceiling warping out the item, if you were to grab the item, transition the room in state, and then let the door close on you, then the room would reload. So, yeah, that's a way. But you're not gonna unless someone wants to wall crawl there.
I'm interested as to why Interslice is coming this way. Wasn't it just portal chamber that was needed in here?
I think so.
Why is Interslice checking all this stuff? Looking for gravity boost, maybe? But like at this point, like if you're gonna have to fight Alpha Blog, it's not worth checking like all this stuff that's out of the way.
Yeah.
You should just stick to the path and like just hope that it's in the room or whatever, and then fight Alpha Blog. Like you have Interslice is 4, right? Not 5. Like 4 energy tanks is and supers and Dark Beam. Like it's Alpha Blog is not a problem.
Oh, I guess.
Or maybe Interslice feels that it is. I don't know.
I guess the Echo Visor is not going to come and play then,
Yeah, no echo required.
unless it's blocking the suit. I mean, logically, it could still be required, but.
Oh yeah,
but
echo locking a suit, which is locking main PBs, just need to logically leave Under Temple without gravity boost.
But we're not going to know if it end up being required.
Not unless someone else plays the seed.
Which they won't. So I don't think.
Alright, Interslice didn't pick up his key yet. Which is all the more weird to me, because you could just get this key and then go to Forgotten Bridge to use the portal, instead of having to go like to this key and then all the way back and all this stuff. Also, the fact that Interslice got that key before Portal Chamber makes me think that Interslice is gonna do the Portal Chamber out of bounds. Because otherwise, if you're not doing the Portal Chamber out of bounds and you're coming back to Forgotten Bridge to use that portal to come back to Light Taurus, why would you get the Abandoned Worksite key now?
Right.
When you can just get it after. So that's interesting. We're finally gonna see some out of bounds. I was getting starved.
I feel like I wouldn't
You
get
have
on
stunned
this
it?
way.
I don't actually know which way is faster. This way has the check or whatever, like the 2.
Oh, unless he wants to grab it.
Oh,
that's probably-
gravity. Yeah, gravity.
But I probably would just skip gravity at this point. I wouldn't even bother.
These ones make more sense though
Missile
than
launcher.
Missile launcher. Yay. Like these checks for gravity make more sense than Grove and Meditation Vista. Like these are more in the way than those.
Now is Interslice
rooms.
going to keep going and try to find it? Yep. Okay.
Why is Jagger doing Forgotten Bridge BSJ?
There's nothing even over here, right?
No, there's nothing over here.
And actually, if this were me,
Does Jagger think that Jagger is missing an item? Does he think he's missing something?
I don't know.
Are we missing something? I don't think we are. Do these guys just really, really not want to fight Alpha Block?
I'm confused.
Yeah, me too.
This is just like to watch when I was doing my race, I guess. Good watch, by the way.
That was a great race.
I was dying when you like.
Hey, fighting Alpha Blog doesn't take. It's not that much slower. Like, would you even say it's a minute? Maybe slightly less.
Yeah, it's. I mean,
Like with supers and no gravity, like the fight probably takes about a minute. And like
I could
at this
see
point,
them.
you're wasting minutes checking these things.
I could see them. Wait, is Interslice safe warping? Why would?
I think Interslice is safety saving for a lower Torvis wall crawl.
What about Portal Chamber?
Oh yeah, portal chamber. Wait,
No, it's just a save. That's
just a save?
hmm,
Okay, sure.
fair. I would have saved it in lower Torvis itself. It's already gonna save.
Yeah, this Ink Smasher, Huntering is screwing him up.
But yeah, I could see maybe wanting to look for gravity if you have like 1 or 2 tanks, but with 4 you can tank hits. Unless they're just not comfortable doing that. I don't know.
I should know. I fought that stupid fish like 100 times, trying to figure out what the difficulty levels for different weapons should be for potential Alpha Block logic.
Wait, where was Dark Visor again?
Amorbus?
Sorry, I'm being really forgetful.
Yeah, I wonder if Jagger forgot the hint that Amorbus is guarding Dark Visor. Could you imagine if Dark Visor was screwing up Jagger twice? Oh my god, that would be so unfortunate.
Why else would JaggerG be doing these checks?
Yeah, these checks are like very, very out of the way.
Interslice is doing the out of bounds. Good. It's a good play.
Yep.
Honestly, if you're gonna do 1 out of bounds in the rando, do this because it saves so much time backtracking.
Yeah, not having to use the Forgotten Bridge portal is really good. In addition, I'd also kind of suggest trying the screw attack into the tunnel method to use this portal. It's like to enter the Dark World too, instead of using Forgotten Bridge. That can be really helpful at times, especially if the item in this room is good, you can get it immediately, and that can be so helpful sometimes.
Alright, well, I guess we'll see what. Yeah, I don't know.
Jagger did get the Amorbus hint. I think it was an Amber hint.
I guess Jagger just never left Torvis after getting screw attack, so.
No, Jagger did leave Torvis after screw attack, I think.
I don't think so.
Maybe it was just for hints.
Oh, just for hints, I think. I mean, this could work out for Jagger, just clearing out Torvis first, and then coming back up to Aegon, and then.
I don't know. I mean, Interslice is already on the way to finishing Torvis.
Well, right. But I'm saying in Jagger's case at this point, just to stay in Torvis to finish, and then come back and get Dark Visor as the last thing before Sky Temple. Unless Jagger just completely forgot.
Yeah, there's the quick scan check for gravity boost, I'm guessing. Looks like SpeedGaming is here. Thanks for the raid. This race is in its closing moments here. Probably going to be done within, like, what, 10-15 minutes or so. Interslice has a few things to clean up in lower Torvis, and then you just go to the end. Whereas Jagger has that, and also the Amorbus fight left for Dark Visor.
So it's likely that this seed, light suit, and PBs are required, which they're probably in sync, but at least light suit, I mean. But it's not really worth it at this point, especially with PB expansions. It's like
having Power Bomb Guardian open the door doesn't help you actually, because there's still another Power Bomb door, and you can't use the Light World to leave.
Answer a question from chat. Actually, Air Underwater is easier. You just morph in the right frame.
I don't.
Underwater dash is trickier because you have to jump at the right time, otherwise you bonk, or just don't jump.
Yeah, these are called underwater dashes. You do them by pressing R and B on the same frame as you're like jumping forwards. And the reason it works is because for the first frame, when you're doing an underwater jump, like I think the speed hindering thing isn't applied, right?
Yeah.
So you have and because R and L in the air locks your speed, you basically like keep that fast speed throughout the jump. Doing air underwater with screw attack to hit these switches is 4 seconds faster than doing underwater dashes perfectly.
Yeah, the nice thing about air
So they're
underwater
close in
method
speed.
is you can do all the scan posts in one go, whereas on underwater dash you have to do it each one individually. At least the first one's separate from the other two, and it's like I said before, it's a bit trickier because you want to time everything correctly and be in the right position so you don't mess up the jumps. But this method is good in all situations because you can do it as long as you have space jump. You're fine.
Is Jagger too low? Yeah, Jagger's too low. Oh, Jagger backed up actually. That was kind of smart. I don't know if that was intentional or not, but I think Jagger was too low. And would have clipped through the floor when the room loaded. But I think Jagger walked backwards.
I'm confused where Jagger's going now.
Yeah, me as well. Because Jagger's already been to Forgotten Bridge, right?
Yeah.
And has already picked up the abandoned worksite key. Is this just for... What is this for? Oh, just climbing the room?
To get...
Okay.
Oh, did Jagger not go to the energy controller?
I thought Jagger went to the energy controller. Jagger
Even
has screw
still,
attack.
this is a questionable choice because Jagger knows where the keys are, and
Or at least should know.
Well, Jagger got hints already.
Yeah, Jagger got hints, and also got the Dark Visor hint, so I don't know. And yeah, the problem is with Interslice's jumps right now is that they were bonking their head, I think, on the wall, which just happens if you either space the starting position of the jump or the timing of it incorrectly. Yeah, there's the main power bomb stance. I think Interslice is safety saving before Alpha Block. Yeah, this is where I would have saved, not Venomous Pond. These rooms suck without gravity. They suck even more without boost.
So, it looks like... It may look like that Interslice and Jagger are a lot closer than they are, but a nice first try. Or quick attempt for that, underwater. But unfortunately, Jagger still has to fight a Morbius.
Helpful hint for all these rooms, just stay morphed, never unmorph. You also just fall faster when you're morphed. So, like in this big water room where you want to fall, just stay morphed and like boost downwards.
See,
it's much better than falling.
In like 5 supers.
Yeah, either 5 supers or 4 supers and a charge dark. It's usually how it goes.
So the Interslice is more than enough help. So.
Light Beam was in doomed entry. After that, like, even before that, everything needed to get SDK hints was already found.
And Interslice is getting good luck. Very good luck. Oh, whiffed the shot.
Rip.
Gotten so far been perfect luck on this fight. This fight is kind of annoying. Oh.
Okay.
Again, 5 in a row. That's good.
Yeah, might as well just use another super.
Something to note about this fight is once... Oops. Oh, that's bad luck there. Once Alpha Block gets like half health, it becomes a little more aggressive and tends to not want to open its mouth. Which can really be annoying. Yeah, like that.
I think that one was more of a didn't fire the super missile fast enough thing. Yeah, I would prefer to use Charge Dark to finish the fight at this point. It's enough damage. There you go.
Yeah, fun fact.
Wait, did Jagger just get air underwater?
Yeah.
Oh my god. This is the first time I've seen somebody get this.
And this is
without gravity boost. Yeah,
This
this is
even
the first,
harder without gravity.
literally the first time I've seen anyone get this without gravity boost. That is so cool.
That's good. And
That
it's
was
on
really cool.
PB Guardian, which is honestly in this situation ideal, because I have to go this way to get out of here. Well, Jagger doesn't. Jagger knows how to climb the bottom to lower Torvus without gravity boost.
I don't know how to do that
it's
trick.
awful.
It probably sucks.
Okay. Hydro Dynamo Axe. Wait, is it Shaft? Yeah, Hydro Dynamo Shaft is not too bad. That's only advanced. I've done that before. It's just a bunch of 3 BSJs until the top. But main Hydro Chamber and Hydro Dynamo Station are really bad. Don't do it.
I'm gonna point out something I think is really funny. When they both entered the room, Interslice had 4 energy tanks, saw the energy tank and said, I'm gonna grab a 5th. Jagger had 3 and decided, nah, I'm good. I just thought that was kind of funny. In my first practice seed that I played today, I was farming the fish for a powerbomb drop so I could open the door, because I only had 1 capacity. And, nice. That's great. Thanks, Powerbomb Guardian. I apparently didn't pick up the powerbomb from the fish, so before I was about to bomb the 4th slot, I realized I don't have a powerbomb. So I sat there for 5.5 minutes trying to manipulate Powerbomb Guardian to open the door for me so I could leave.
Yeah, that's I forget what difficulty that's under advanced.
So it is logical then.
Yes, it is a logical thing. So that one multi that you and DF did a while ago, when DF didn't have power bombs and had to fight Powerbomb Guardian.
That didn't help him though.
No, I'm just saying.
Oh,
well, yeah, you're right. You're right.
To get this one item, it's logical, I guess.
Right.
But,
yeah, it still didn't help anyway. But DF's like, I can't get out. It's like, hey, you're supposed to do that.
That
pretty obscure trick.
That multi-world is so infamous.
Oh yeah, the wrong path, but it was the correct wrong path.
Is it wrong of me to just assume that multi-world is like the most infamous one so far?
It was
pretty good.
At least with me, it was. That was the thing.
Yeah, I think that was my funniest multi-world.
The most infamous one was with Bash, with DF and Undertemple for 2 hours.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
That was 4 of us playing, right?
What was Bash?
Or was it 5?
I don't know. Bash.
No, it was Bash was streaming it. It was Miguel, Bash, me, DF, and were you playing too?
No, I was not playing.
Oh, okay, so it was just the 4 of us then. Yeah, Jagger
must have forgotten
about Darkvisor, yeah, because there's no reason to be doing this stuff, like, at all.
What were the last 2 keys again?
One of them is War Ritual Grounds.
Okay, that one's free.
Wait, I think Interslice is 8 keys, not 7.
Is it 7?
I'm pretty sure.
I didn't write it down.
Oh, no. Interslice is Phazon Grounds left.
Oh, Phazon Grounds, right.
That's right,
yeah.
Yeah,
so Interslice is just...
What am I thinking, assuming Op made a mistake? Op is very good at this.
Op is a great...
great tracker. So unfortunately, I think Darkvisor is Jagger's downfall twice in a row. Yeah, Jagger got the Amorbus. I don't remember which Amber Translator hint it was, but it was an Amber pin.
I can totally understand, though. It's the race pressure. Especially
yeah, race pressure with losers bracket. That would suck. It would definitely get to my head.
About my seed, because it was like, it was interesting, like watching it back and seeing what commentators were thinking and chat was thinking. Because everyone's like, "Oh, DCR forgot supers." Like, actually, I did. I knew supers were there the whole time. I saw them at the beginning. I just didn't want to go back for it after I found Spider because there's no reason to me to. I didn't see a need to backtrack all the way there. That's a far trek. Yeah,
the only reason we thought that you forgot supers at the time was because you were making other checks, kind of like what Jagger's doing right now, which is why we're assuming he forgot Darkvisor.
I was doing that because I didn't have hints at the time for keys, and I got really lucky with where the keys were. So.
Oh, okay, I see.
Like that was the only thing. It was kind of funny that I skipped spider twice.
Yeah.
And I never do that. Like skip that room. That's
I remember
just,
there was one person, I don't remember who it was in the chat, who was like, DCR's not gonna get those supers. He's just gonna skip them even if he knows they're there. And like, even if like those supers take like 15 seconds to get, whereas they skip like a wall crawl, and they also skip more than 15 seconds on
yeah,
the final bosses.
Yeah, like in Torvis, the super skips are easy. They're like, whatever, it's on the way. I wasn't gonna pass up supers again.
Yeah, there's no reason to do that.
And especially at the time, I thought Jagger was on my tail, so I was like, I gotta get moving. Like I thought Jagger was gonna finish like 30 seconds behind me or something, or in front of me, but no. But you never know. Looks like Interslice is heading to the last key, and then Sky Temple. So it looks like final bosses are on, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And unfortunately, it looks like Jagger must have forgotten. It's the only thing I can think of. Which is really unfortunate to have that twice in a row.
You know, one other good multi I remember was the one that... Remember that day that DF played 3 in a row? Basically, he played one with me, and then we played a 3-player one with you, and then he played another 2-player one with you after. The one that the 3 of us played, you had bombs in bioenergy, and they were needed, so you had to do a bombless bomb slot. And I think that was the first time you had a required bombless bomb slot in a multi.
Right.
That one was pretty good.
Likely Light Suit is insane.
Yeah, Light Suit and Sync is really likely at this point, especially because we saw Jagger and Interslice together clear like upper Taurus completely.
Honestly, with this logic, it's possible that like Light Suit could be Echo locked as well, which would mean you need to find Cobalt, because Echo is behind Spider Guardian logically, or on Spider Guardian. I always find look at Jagger's screen, he's doing something else.
Yeah, he's doing something. I think he's trying to climb Training Chamber because he either didn't realize he had gravity boost or just intended to do this all along like a maniac. I mean that in a good way. Like I don't know all these tricks.
Like
I think I've seen you do this once in a room, Rando.
Yes, I'm crazy enough to do tricks, but I think Jagger's another level of craziness with some tricks. I don't.
Yeah, Jagger's up there.
I'm not willing to do some of the tricks that Jagger can do, just because it's just I like my sanity.
Air underwater is like applications of air underwater beyond Hydro, Dynamo, and Lagoon are like beyond me. Like no thank
you. That's why when I do rando, I have some settings on expert like movement and what is the other one? Extended dashes and secret locks. Like some of that stuff I have on and bump slots. Like I don't like. There's some stuff I want to do. And roll jumps, yes, and roll jumps.
Hyper mode. There's only one hyper mode roll jump, and it's the really bad one. In this
even I don't like doing that stuff. But yeah, Interslice is fighting the boss.
Yeah, Diggle, we believe that Jagger forgot about the hint that Darkvisor was on a Morbus, which is required for War Ritual rounds. Like, Jagger has been in go mode for like 20-25 minutes already, so I think we thought they were just checking things for gravity boost, which is what Interslice was doing, because they need to get gravity boost or fight Alpha Blog, but Jagger's still checking things, so I think it's a same thing as the last race where Jagger's having a mishap with Darkvisor.
Really unfortunate.
Finally got air underwater though. Get to see this really cool trick. Whee! That's cool. I should learn that honestly. In the second seed I played, I wall crawled Transit Tunnel South with Annihilator, so I was just skipping gravity. And then I wanted to go to Sank for my last like 4 Sky Temple keys, but I didn't have Seekers or Gravity, so I like stayed out of bounds, and then I wall crawled from Gathering Hall like through Transit Tunnel West to here. But I could have just Ceiling Warped and then done the trick that Jagger
Okay,
just
so it's something to point out that these settings, light suit is required for final bosses. So that light suit is.
Oh really?
Yes.
Okay, I didn't know
Intermediate's
that.
when you can start skipping suits.
Light suit logically required then.
Yes. So, which means main
A
PBs
little
are
too high.
Oh, Sanks and Jagger. I mean, Jagger.
Thanks and Jagger.
I'm a commentator. Yeah.
Jagger almost scanned the Cobalt hint. That's what we're at.
I'm big ol', that's what I am. Yeah, this is.
Interslice is going on an adventure right now.
I think it's safe to say Jagger's not going to find Dark Visor out here. Unfortunate. I guess we can find out in the interview what happened.
Oh, there was a hint that a major upgrade was in Sank. Okay, yeah, that's probably light suit. Oh, it could be Cobalt actually, because that's required for Echo.
Guaranteed Echo is going to lock something, and Annihilator potentially, and light suit to main PBs to finish the seat. Yeah. So it seems a little more complicated than it looks.
This is why expansions are good.
Yeah.
The Emerald Translator can be found in Windchamber Gale. Yeah, Jagger scanned the Amorphous hint. It was apparently Aegon Energy Controller, and Jagger definitely scanned that.
Maybe
just forgot about
Jagger
it.
misread it.
Maybe Jagger read it was a light visor or something.
I don't know about that, but we'll
Or
find out.
Emerald visor. Calling out Ginger Chris for calling it Emerald visor all the time.
Now, last match with me, Jagger finished out. Is Jagger going to finish this one out? I think Jagger's at a bigger deficit than last time. I don't know. Well, actually, it's not the same.
If Jagger like opens the hints and checks them again, they can finish.
Yeah, you could be saying Spider Beam, but
Spider Beam. I remember back in 2016, Veralix said artifact of early wave beam, and that's stuck with me for a long time.
Wait,
oh, there's light suit.
Was the hint for Dark Visor? Did it say the Dark Visor can be found in?
No, it said Amorbis is guarding the Dark Visor. It was the it was the Amorbis hint.
All right.
Like there's another Dark Visor hint out there somewhere probably.
Potentially there is. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, Jagger's going all over to find this.
We are pretty far behind on the stream, like almost a minute. Guess I'll quickly make an invite. Just for when Interslice finishes on stream, which will happen in 4 seconds. GG's.
I did the control, yay.
Did Jagger hop in for the interview while still playing, or?
For my
I guess I'll ask in the race time.
Wait, for my seat?
Yeah.
No. Jagger's on his own. It's just... No, Jagger joined after.
Okay. Wait, I sent it to Interslice, right? Yeah, I did. Okay.
And we are joined by Interslice. Hello, Interslice. GG on the win.
Thank you, GG.
GG's. So that was interesting.
Yeah, what'd you think of that?
That was a pretty crazy seed, actually.
Just
That
have. Oh, yeah. Go ahead. Sorry.
I was gonna say that that hint about power bombs is actually extremely helpful.
Yeah, it was. We were talking about that like the whole seed pretty much. Once you read it, we're talking about like how Dark Visor could be useful for entering Sank or something, and like that means Light Suit's probably in Sank too. And then like all this other stuff about like logical power bombs and like the chain that's probably required to get them.
Yeah.
So we have an interesting situation here. Jagger, you and Jagger both read the Dark Visor hint, but it seems like Jagger forgot and is looking in Sank for it. So up to 7 Sky Temple keys, but unfortunately
Yeah, the
not
two
going to
of you were
find
pretty
Dark Visor
close.
here.
Huh.
Like you both read hints like or Sky Temple key hints like around the same time. We were wondering when you guys were gonna get around to that because they were open for a while.
Yeah.
Just looking for like light beam and stuff, which ended up being in a dumb spot.
I think you pulled ahead and made this like the decision to go check hints when you did was very good. Jagger went to Torvis. I guess Jagger didn't have Screw Attack yet.
Yeah, Jagger didn't do
But I
Torvis from the
think
side
you
immediately
getting
like he did.
hints when you did definitely put you above. You had an edge over Jagger at that point.
Were you looking for gravity boost by the way in
I
Torvis?
was.
Oh, okay, that's what we thought. Just some of the checks were.
So I had never done
Out of the
Alpha
way.
Blog without gravity before, and
Oh, okay.
I saw Gollop die in one of their tournament races, so I was kind of nervous going.
You got pretty lucky with the mouth openings to the first half of the fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
once
the
I got
second
those,
half,
like, first 3 or 4
sweaty.
supers, and I was like, oh, this isn't so bad.
But yeah, as long as you have like 3 or 4 E-tanks, you're fine. You can just tank the hits. If you have 1 or 2, then I can see why you'd definitely want gravity, because that fight can go really wrong.
Yeah.
For sure.
It's funny. Jagger was doing the same thing. Like, I don't know if they were also looking for Dark Visor, but Jagger also went to like Torvis Plaza and stuff like that. We were thinking at the time we were thinking of looking for gravity, but I guess maybe it was in hindsight it was probably for Dark Visor. But Jagger got the air underwater for without gravity for the screw attack kill on Alpha Block, which is really funny. I've literally never seen anyone get that without gravity. Yeah, interesting seed overall. Like,
Yeah.
you made like really good plays, getting like the boost ball in Temple Grounds, and then like getting supers, and then leading that into screw attack at Spider.
Yeah, with
well.
that, where where Emerald was, that was locked by either Screw Attack or Light Beam at the time. So once I found Screw Attack, I knew Light Beam was most likely in the lab somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Jagger's just doing this for fun because it's cool. Like once you find the light suit in Sank, you should know that Dark Visor is not in Sank because that means that power bombs are locked behind light suit, which was in Sank. But yeah, knowing that feeding pit is in there was really nice for you guys.
Yeah, I do appreciate the routing you took, like going to Gremlin Chamber for the Emerald. That thing I would definitely have done, and it definitely paid off a lot for you.
Yeah.
Did you decide on Taurus from the side first because you had Emerald, or did you just want to make the play like, to get the items?
Yeah, I wouldn't have done that without Emerald.
Okay. That's what I was thinking. Like, because you didn't have Amber, so it's probably better to just go to Torvis and then, like, do the short loop or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And then, like, if you find nothing, that's fine. You know, you can just take the elevator back to Aegon immediately, and then it's not a big deal. 110. It's pretty good in-game time.
Jagger does have Cobalt. I did not know that.
Yeah, Jagger got it in Transit Station, I think. I don't remember.
Oh, okay, because Jagger doesn't have it.
Yeah.
I think I understand the full logic of this. Wait a minute. No. Yeah, none of this is required now because Light Suit was accessible. And then
Yeah, you were supposed to use Dark Visor from Orbis to enter Sank, and then go all the way to Light Suit, go back, get power bombs, and then now you're able to do Under Temple. So like Echo, Annihilator, all this stuff is not required.
So where did Light Suit end up being?
Call off Combat Mastery.
Oh.
So yeah, this is definitely a lengthier seed with logic, but having PBs definitely helps.
Yeah. I have never heard of what bitter well before. I had to look that up. Seed. I wasn't sure if that would be in Cache 2 or
I did.
or the other one, Dark Oasis.
I didn't know that was the name of that room until DCR found the way to do that room inbounds without bombs. Bitter well. I think it's a funny name.
And there's Cannonball.
Cannonball, yay!
Wow, nice hint.
There's the suit hint.
Useful. Yeah, I hope Jagger rechecks the hints. just to, I don't know. I'm genuinely like when Jagger is done, I want to curious what happened. I had a feeling that he forgot again.
Yeah.
Like last time, but it's good to know.
This is fine. This is just gonna motivate Jagger to find Dark Visor skip for any percent. Because I don't know if you watched the Jagger's previous race versus DCR Interslice, but Jagger, you could say that Jagger lost because of the fact that Dark Visor was in Forgotten Bridge, and Jagger just kind of like went to Forgotten Bridge and used the portal and didn't grab it.
Yeah, I remember
That would have made a big difference in the race for sure.
Yeah, Jagger went all the way to Hive Dynamo and realized, oh, I don't have Dark Visor, and that would have made a big difference because the two of you were actually pretty close until the end when that happened.
Also skipping Echo Visor.
Yeah, skipping Echo. Jagger went all the way to Hive Dynamo, and then like realized, oh, I don't have Dark Visor, and then just wall crawled to skip Echo anyway. It's funny. Wonder where Jagger will go next. Aegon?
Let's see.
Maybe read the hints again?
Here's a question for you. If you didn't get that Amorbus hint, would you have still gone for Amorbus, even though it was when it was open?
No, no way.
Okay.
So you wouldn't have done a Morbus looking for Dark Visor?
No, I would have looked everywhere else, honestly. Pretty much everywhere except Sank, I would have looked.
I think you would have found the hint about a major upgrade in Sank, right?
Yeah.
And then,
Possibly.
like, you would have gone to Sank like Jagger did and found Cobalt and been like, okay, that could have been the major upgrade. Found the light suit, and then, like, you'd be able to put 2 and 2 together about light suit blocking power bombs, which is in Sank, so therefore Dark Visor's not in Sank, and then you would have checked other places, and maybe you would have been steered towards a Morbus or something. I had a similar thing with one that I played this morning where Amber Translator was in GFMC Compound, and main power bombs were in Defiled Shrine, and the items required to get power bombs in Defiled Shrine were in Torvis, and Amber was required to enter Torvis logically. So I was like, okay, so I need either Screw Attack or Emerald logically to access Torvis. Like, even though I was already in there.
Wait,
I was looking for
Did
Screw
Jagger
Attack.
not get the hint here?
Did Jagger not get this?
Oh no.
Oh.
This is
Wow, I
bad.
could have sworn
Oh,
Jagger
no.
got. Jagger went to Mining Station B.
If Jagger did not get this hint, oh, this is
That's yeah. Jagger didn't grab this.
That's a rip. That's unfortunate. Oh,
Yeah.
yep. Mm.
I could have sworn Jagger did this because Jagger went to
Ouch.
Mining Station B. Yeah, that's gotta hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jagger
Yeah.
read the hint about the suit, like the progressive suit hint in Mining Station A. The two of you read that at like exactly the same
Well,
time.
That
It's really
explains
funny.
why Jagger never checked a Morbus. Wow. That's a
Always remember to get that hint.
like
It's on the way.
Did you get the manifestation too?
Yeah,
yeah.
like Jagger went to Vent Area A, got the dark suit, and then went to Mining Station B, got the hint, and then didn't get the energy controller one, I guess.
Looking on, that skipping the hint actually that cost for Jagger, like that's huge. That lucky hint, like pointing to Morbus, definitely. I mean, you almost got out of the Dark Visor requirement too, but War Ritual Grounds had to sneak its head in there.
Yeah, I saw that like right after I saw the Dark Visor hint too. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, that's the nice thing about Dark Visor. You can roll it out once you find the hints and if Virtual Grounds is required.
Yeah.
So I guess Jagger is going to finish this out now, even still, which is good.
That's a good sport.
Yeah.
We get to see a nice Amorbus fight. Thank God. Can't get enough of this. Was the losers bracket? Oh yeah, they've all been set up. So you're gonna be going to face. Let me see. I forget how it works. I think that they swap the like pairs or however you say it. You're facing the loser of 8, which will be either myself or Gollop.
Oh boy.
And I don't know where Gollop is, but I pinged Gollop like a day or two ago asking when to do the race. We'll schedule it at some point.
Yeah,
We have until Friday.
I'm rematching against Bellator.
Oh, that's how you do the Amorbus thing. I didn't know that.
But this
This
time
doesn't actually look very hard.
This time I'm not gonna let a soft lock decide my race fate. And not saving like a dummy, but you know. We'll see.
Amorbus.
Wait, so who won the did Gollop do the wait.
Yeah, they did
match-
the race on Friday last week. Gollop won. It's just the score hasn't been submitted,
I see.
and
Okay.
Gollop hasn't been responding to me. We'll figure it out though.
Well,
And then whoever wins my match goes against whoever wins your match.
Yep.
Me and you, come on. You gotta...
I want to face you. That'll be really fun. I think it'd be really fun to race.
But yeah, GG, I'm moving on, Interslice.
Thank you.
Yeah, GG's staying alive.
Give my GGs to Jagger as well when he gets here. I'm gonna hop out now.
Sure. Take it
Alright,
easy.
Take care. Just as a side note, it would be really interesting to see if Interslice can carry the momentum to the end like I did last year. Because I lost my first match in last year's tournament bracket against Gollop, and I won every single losers bracket, and then all my matches against Jagger in grand finals.
I'd say the same thing, but if I lose versus Gollop, I might regret it.
I mean, Gollop's good.
No, I know. I'm saying if I lose versus Gollop, I'll be facing Interslice.
Oh. Interslice is good too. This top 8 is pretty good.
Yeah.
It's top 8 for a reason.
Yeah, this was a fast one. It could be even faster too. Like I was talking about this seat had potential to be sub-hour, depending on your decisions and like other stuff. It's possible.
So, Captain, if you want to tally up, Amorbus is required, Alpha Blog is required, and Powbomb Guardian is required.
Yep.
Spider Guardian has Echo, but
we don't know that, right?
It's in DynamoWorks, so it's
I know,
Spider
but
it's
okay.
Spider Guardian anyway.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
We were unsure if Spider Guardian would also be a +1, but since we found Light Suit without Echo, then it's not required, luckily. So, but those 3 bosses are a +1. What other key is Jagger missing besides Orbital?
Phase on grounds.
Ah, okay.
Another Amorbus for the tally. That's always good.
All right. If I match with you, Aaron, we're gonna do GA. No. No. GA minimal logic.
GA hard difficulty. Like instead of playing on normal, we play on hard. Or we could do the any percent GA. 5 starting items: space jump, bombs, missiles, spider ball, boost ball. No
Or
progressive suits. All item locations are vanilla.
or GA room random.
Room rando.
Or yeah, I mean, yeah, just make sure a seat's possible and then send it.
Yeah, just make Jagger play it for like 20 hours.
It might be like a
possible.
2 or 3 day seed race, but you know it's fine.
Yeah, yeah.
No big deal.
You can't use your save state crutch though in a tournament race.
Of course, of course. You're not trying PP Guardian? Okay, fair. Yep. +1 Alpha Splinter. Well, actually, if you found Space Jump, then you
Yeah, I
could
was gonna say.
you skip
Wait,
it.
no, you can't skip it. You still need a translator.
This is who?
Oh wait, no.
If you have Space Jump, go out of bounds.
Oh yeah, if you have space jump, you can wall crawl and skip Alpha Splinter. Who needs Violet, right?
I don't.
That's so funny. Just imagining someone getting space jump and then skipping Alpha Splinter so you don't get Violet. 'Cause you'd have to wall crawl, or at Temple Assembly site too, and then wall crawl into Aegon. Oh my god, that would be so stupid. That's an example of bad out of bounds. There's a lot of good out of bounds you can do in this tournament, like
Yeah,
Portal Chamber and Cash B to Lower Torvis.
that one's like really good too. Yes, I
That
did a lot.
one's actually godlike. I feel like I do it in almost every seed I play.
Violet hints or whatever. They're garbage anyway, to be honest. Most of them you're not gonna read. Like it's like 2 you're not gonna read until like very late.
Actually, I've seen a lot of people like if like when you do the GFMC loop
Yeah.
and like you finish. I've seen a lot of people if they have Light Beam and Amber go and read Meeting Grounds. Like just read it and go back. I've seen it pay off.
Like Path
a
of
lot.
Eyes is arguably the worst hint. Meeting Grounds is up there, as well as I guess Fortress Transport Access is the best one of the 3, but it's still not very ideal because it's kind of out of the way. The other ones obviously, Energy is great. Transport to Aegon is the best, and I think that's it.
I feel like Transport to Aegon almost always tells you where bombs or missiles are.
But like the other
Or
one, the other 3
or
are
just
kinda
says
like,
Yumo says Inghaf Key too or something.
the other 3 I'm like, not really worth it. Especially Path of Eyes. That's locked behind so many things. It's just not worth. Like you're never
Anything
gonna
in
do it.
Underground Tunnel. No, that was a missile expansion. I don't know how I remembered that.
There was a hint.
Yeah, there was a hint,
I
but
forget
I
what.
think the hint was probably Torvis keys. I think.
Oh right.
Time for the one use of Dark Visor.
Yep.
Hell yeah. Yeah, look here, I made the Meeting Grounds play when practicing today. I was thinking about what you did. It wasn't useful, but I mean, it only cost me like a minute, so I didn't really care. And that scene, I wall crawled to hints without bombs after that, actually, I think. Using Screw Attack. I didn't even have Boost Ball as an option to do it inbounds, so... I wonder if Jagger just forgot to do the Aegon Energy Controller hint. Like, that can happen, like, nerves and stuff.
Yeah, like forgetting Dynamo Chamber.
Yeah. Twice. Did you see the chat when it happened like the first time and then the second time we were going nuts the second time?
That was funny.
Because we were like, oh, you're going back to Temple Grounds, surely you're gonna make the GFMC loop or whatever. And then we were like, oh no. Because I think you had Emerald the second time or something, so we thought that you would like be incentivized to do Fortress Transport Access as hints or something. Anyway. Oh, Jagger's doing some Scan Visor cancels. Ooh. Getting hit by the laser though. Oh god, this is gonna be close. Wow, that was really close. Yeah, Chris. Jagger's being a good sport and finishing the seed.
Yeah, it turns out Jagger did not, unless you were here for that.
Yeah, Jagger didn't read the hint for Dark Visor and Aegon Energy Controller until recently.
Yeah, Jagger forgot. We thought
Forgot to read the hint.
Jagger forgot, which is a very likely thing. But no, didn't even bother.
It's interesting because, like we were talking earlier, Jagger got the suit in Vent Area A and then read the hint in Mining Station B, but it just didn't go to the Energy Controller in between that. This is a very rude Empering pattern.
Like, if Jagger had checked that hint, this race would have been very close.
Yeah, like within like a minute or two, probably. Like they were playing like very similarly. Especially because Jagger made that cool alpha block play there underwater. Like that probably might have put him ahead, honestly.
I feel like if I didn't get that hint, like I didn't check it for some reason, I feel like I would be checking it more before Sank, just because Sank is more committing. Like there's way more.
I think Jagger made this Sank play just because Jagger was like close to Training Chamber at the time,
Right.
reading the hint. Yield a freeze laser though.
Also, I guess another thing is because, especially after getting Screw Attack and Spider, it's like you have so much, and Morbus keys were relatively early-ish.
Yeah, they had all three within half an hour, I think.
Like that would be an indicator to me. Like, yeah, it could be bait, but also, I don't know. At this stage, again, we have a different perspective. We have an outsider perspective, so it's hard to be, when you're in that moment of, oh, I didn't do the race. I got to do other things. Also, I need to schedule my match at some point. Bellator.
The Bellator rematch, ooh.
Yep. Hopefully things. That's gonna be good.
Wonder if Jagger will end up getting DS4 skip. Jagger's pretty good at that kind of stuff.
That would be nice. Screw attacks a little too late. Yeah, that's not gonna work either. Oh, it did work.
Oh. Oh, that was close. Oh no, he landed on the head. Getting a lot of chances though. That's nice.
Nice.
Okay, there you go. Nice. Okay, let me just get a quick interview link for Jagger. Oh, you beat me to it. There you go. And we're joined by Jagger.
Hello, Jagger.
Hey, yeah.
What'd you think
So
of the
that hint kind of sucked.
seed? Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
Did you
Yeah.
like? If you checked Mining Station B, did you just forget that you didn't check the energy controller yet, or?
I knew I didn't want to go there just for one hint. I figured I had already gotten a couple of progression hints in Aegon, so I didn't want to put too much stock in hints there.
I can see that. Honestly, it's kind of out of the way. Unfortunately, it was probably the most important hint of the seed. But
Yeah,
it happens.
probably might have been the only important seed, or only important hint of the seed.
Yeah, it depends on whether or not you like the Amber was in storage D, right? If you didn't check Doomed Entry, the hint in Portal Terminal would have been really useful in Aegon because that was the Light Beam hint. Like it was a direct hint, Light Beam and Doomed Entry.
Yeah, I was thinking of checking Portal Terminal on the way, and I already committed to like going through Mining Station access, so I just wait. What the heck? Did I go immediately to Torvis, or
No, you
Yeah.
went to Labs first. So that was the first like
well, I
major
mean
route.
after getting hints, after getting Amber, I mean, like I
Oh.
went to Mining Plaza, got that hint, and I went to the save station, I saved, and I figured I'm gonna get the hint in Portal Terminal and then go to Torvis. I
think
forget
you
what I did there.
You did that, and then because you wrote a spider hint in Torvis, so you went to Torvis immediately. Like it was a proximity hint to Underground
Okay.
Tunnel, I think. So then you just started checking those things. And then
Oh, okay.
you got
I think-
Spider, and then Screw Attack, and then after that, I think you got Sky Temple key hints.
Yeah, that spider hint was pretty good.
I think
Yeah, that
we
saved you.
weren't sure if you had checked it. So we're like, oh, you probably just forgot you got the hint. And I was like, oh, maybe you'll do your upper Torvus, do your Torvus stuff first, and then loop back into Aegon to kill Morbus to get Dark Visor, and then finish the seed.
Mm.
But you didn't even. Okay.
Yeah, we
I
thought you were
guess,
looking
yeah.
for Gravity Boost, but it turns out
That
you were looking for
too.
Dark Visor.
Yeah, the entire time it was just Dark Visor.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
you know how to do the obviously the Alpha Blog quick kill, which you did nicely done.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Thank
was
you.
the first time I've seen that. Very nice.
And then I was like, oh, Jagger could easily climb from the bottom of Lower Torvus if they're underwater.
It's technically possible, yes.
I don't know if you're gonna be crazy enough to do it this seed, but
No, not that one. I'm getting better at that one, but it's definitely not race ready.
for sure.
But the training chamber one, maybe I shouldn't have gone for that one, but I did it anyway.
It was cool.
Yeah,
So we pieced
that's
it
all I could hope
together
for.
That this seed logically expected after Dark Visor to go to Sank to the front to get Light Suit to go to get
Mhm.
Feeding Pit PBs, and then that's how you escape from Under Temple. But luckily, you had PB expansions to skip a chain, and then in your case, obviously you
Oh, yeah.
still did that, well, at least from the side.
Yeah, I guess you needed either gravity suit, gravity boost, or main power bombs, huh?
Right. And we didn't find gravity,
Okay.
so
It's probably also in sync somewhere. Or it might have, well, it might have been self-locked, huh? If power bombs were the logical way out. Yeah, that was, I got really thrown off with so much, like having so much in the early game. I was like, I have boost ball, I have seeker missiles, I have super missiles already, light and dark beam.
this Aegon was
and-
stacked.
yeah, and dark suit. I was like, there is nothing left in Aegon. There is definitely not progression here anymore. I am leaving.
And you were half right.
My go mode wasn't there, so
Yeah. I think the routes that the two of you took were pretty much exactly the same. Like at the very start, you decided to do the Jump Guardian loop, like before Bomb Guardian,
Mhm.
but to skip the
questioning
pirate
that.
fight, obviously. So that gave you Space Jump earlier. And then we were thinking, like, okay, because you have Space Jump now, after Bomb Guardian, there's either Temple Grounds or there's labs to do, right? And
Mhm.
we thought, like, you might be pointed to labs more because you finished at Bomb Guardian, whereas Interslice finished at the save after Space Jump. But both of you went to Temple Grounds. I think you save warped, and Interslice left Aegon to do Hive Chamber first. So Interslice got Boost Ball, whereas you tried to get the supers early.
yeah, that's what it was. I was trying to get supers instead of going to labs. That was on my mind since I left, or since I saw supers there. I was like, I gotta try to get those early.
Yeah, and you gave it a good effort. Like that trick is really, really annoying.
If you had gotten
Mhm.
that definitely would have. I don't know if it would have helped. Like
It wouldn't
significantly,
have
but
won the game for me. I
would've
still
definitely-
would have skipped Dark Visor, but
Right.
yeah.
Yeah,
It would
early
definitely have
Boost
helped,
Ball.
like at least getting more knowledge of like things because you get storage C and just in case, you know.
Yeah, honestly, I think I would have played exactly the same if I got that early.
Yeah, because you would have went to Temple Grounds anyway and found Boost Ball, and then you would have been like, "Oh, I'm in Logic, okay." And then when the Boost Ball was found,
I knew it was there somewhere. I knew it was
Interslice
early.
got the Boost Ball while you were attempting that trick. So I was like, "Oh, okay, so this isn't Logic, which means also Torvus isn't Logic because you have Seekers." And then even though you don't have Emerald, you still have Supers, so you can access the front of Torvus, right? So I
Yeah.
had that in. I had mentioned that, and I had that in the back of my mind. And then was there anything else in the Temple Grounds loop? I don't think so. I can't remember anything.
Emerald was
Oh,
in
yeah.
Wind Chamber Gateway.
Yeah, Emerald was out of Logic and Wind Chamber Gateway. Both of you ended up
Yeah.
getting that.
I guess it was put in Logic with super missiles.
You'd also need Light Beam for that at the time, which was in Logic. Yeah, just
Yes.
we didn't know about it when it was mentioned. So that Emerald we talked to Interslice about it. That Emerald was the reason that Interslice went to Torvus immediately after entering Aegon. Because
I go to Torvus because it's always Torvus.
Yeah, it's always Torvus, but Interslice did it before Labs. Or, yeah, before Labs, whereas you did it after Labs. Interslice's
Okay.
thinking was, I'm gonna, like, enter Torvus with Emerald, read the 3 hints, like, Underground Tunnel, Path of Eyes, Energy Controller, and then just go straight back to Aegon. And then Interslice ended up getting Spider and Screw Attack out of it, right? And those obviously helped in Labs. And then both of you
Yeah.
made the doomed entry check with the safety save, and then got Light Beam out of it, almost at the same time.
Nice.
Then you did Torvus, and then got hints like pretty close to each other. And then you just didn't get the Dark Visor hint, so that was what decided it pretty much.
Yeah, that was an impressive showing of for Interslice. I knew it was capable of like going far in the tournament, and he definitely showed it today. I didn't expect him to be as thorough though. Like he was kind of staying ahead of me in our first match in the final round of Swiss. Like he was consistently like 2 or 3 rooms ahead of me for like the middle half of the middle 45 minutes or something of the seed.
Mhm.
So it was largely on account of opting out of Mining Station B area, and he saved a bunch of time there, and he just stayed ahead most of the match.
Yeah, definitely a player to look out for.
I had my preconceptions that Mining Station B area, like Mining Shaft, Mining Station B, and Storage A, used to always have something until recently. And that's been...
Seems like it's either Space Jump or garbage for me recently in this tournament.
And that's just kind of just an instinct that is no longer relevant in the tournament. I mean, you think things and they're wrong. What are you gonna do?
All right, well, do you have anything else to add about the seed or the tournament as a whole, actually?
I had a blast. I'm really looking forward to watching the rest of the tournament and watching this back as well. And I'm probably gonna hopefully be able to commentate some of them as well. So
Yeah,
it's gonna be a ton of fun.
Sure.
And also, there's a silver lining. I get to play Celeste finally. I can read.
That's a game I still need to play.
Highly
I got it on
recommend.
Switch when it was like $5, and it's sitting there.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have anything in DSTR?
Oh, no, not really. Just GG Jagger on make the top 8 once again. You did
Yeah,
well.
Thank you. Sorry we don't face again in finals, but
It's
I
fine.
tried.
We had our match.
Next time.
Next,
It's true.
yeah, next time I'll see you.
I would have. And now Interslice has to go through the top 4, like all of them, if he wants to make it to finals.
The Interslice could pull a me last year. I mean, it's doable.
Yeah.
Oh, and I want to say, follow both Interslice and Jagger. They play
yeah. How do
Echoes. They're good. You do the dot or exclamation point C.
Also, shout out
And
to
R,
Op
and
for
Op.
doing the phenomenal tracking tonight or this afternoon. Great job again, as always.
Yeah, Alp always does a perfect job. Very, very underrated. So thanks again. And with that, I think we're done. We'll see you for whatever the next race is. I don't think there's one scheduled, but we still have plenty of races that are supposed to be done this week. There's me versus
It's 3
Gallop,
more.
me versus Gallop, DCR versus Bellator, and Lokier versus Chaotix, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, so still lots of Echoes in the top 8 left.
Yeah. Thanks a bunch, everyone.
Goodbye.